Get in. Not a fantastic performance, but a fantastic 3 points. Cheers. Hello Sunderland fans, how are we all doing? So yes, like I've said, not a fantastic vintage performance by any stretch of the imagination, but we dug in, we kept going, and a fantastic 3 points. It was a tough game today. I predicted a 3-0 win, but after the first 5-10 minutes you could see it wasn't going to be that. But team selection wise, it was as predicted. We made one change where Abdullah Bar made way for Joe Geltart to come back in the side, made his home debut, and we set up the same as we did against pretty much Fulham, same type of formation, put Ahmad slightly deeper with Geltart playing in front. And from the start you could see what they had come to do. I think that started time wasting from the 8th minute, that's from the 8th, 9th minute, and the referee did nothing about it, and from then on it kind of set the tone for them to just keep trying to slow the game down. At every opportunity they slowed it down. Throw-ins they were taking an age, goal kicks they were taking forever, and David Coote let them get away with it, and it was an absolute disgrace. They did it for the whole game, and I think when it got to half time, I think even Dan Ballard, I think Mike Dodds and Michael Proctor were complaining to the referee as well. It was an absolute disgrace. So, but the game was a scrappy game. We were sloppy. We give the ball away again far too much, as we did against Fulham in the first 20 minutes on Wednesday night, and we just couldn't get into our stride. And teams now have kind of worked out where our main threat is down the right hand side with Robertson and Ahmad, and teams are doubling up. As soon as they get the ball, as 3 or 4 Reading players, every time Robertson and Ahmad had the ball, even Andy Carroll was dropping back as an extra defender, just to stop them to stop the space, which in theory should have freed up space for the likes of Jack Clark and on that side. But Jack Clark, I thought had a poor game today. Wednesday he looked back to his getting back to his best, but I thought that today he was offered, he was poor. But that's just the way the game went. With I see Reading were breaking the play up. They were slowing us down, and they came for a point. Or tried to catch us on the break, and we couldn't get into our rhythm at all. Like I say, we kept on getting into some decent positions, but we kept losing the ball and giving the ball away. Trey Hume in particular, like I say, Jack Clark, we just couldn't find the space to get that shot away. I don't think we had a shot in the first half, to be honest with you. So we get to half time and it's 0-0 in the games. Probably crying out for some changes really. But we came out second half with the same team. And we tried to get on the front foot again. Second half we again tried to play at a higher tempo. But again, it was the same type of thing. They kept on slowing the game down. In every opportunity, like I've said, they were taking forever, and it was getting really frustrating. But I always say, if you do that to them sort of tactics, it comes back and bite you on the arse sometimes. And we then Tony Mowbray made the changes where Dan Naylor went off, and he brought Pritchard on and Luke O'Nien. So Ahmad, and he took Ahmad off, which I thought was a bit of a strange one, but maybe he's thinking to keep him for Tuesday night, to keep him a little bit fresh. Pritch came on, Luke O'Nien came on, and then it was starting to get on the ball a little bit more. And then we brought Lee Hadji on. Our first glimpse in, we took Joe Geltart off. Jefferson Bennett came on as well, and we stuck to it. It was a workmanlike performance. Like you say, it wasn't the fast flowing football that we've seen, but that was mainly down to Reading. And then just as well, like it's heading towards a 0-0 draw, Roberts looks like he's lost the opportunity. He cuts inside, and then inside again, and hammers a left foot shot in the back of the net, and it's 1-0. But just before that, we were starting to create some chances. Now, I don't know what kind of formation we ended up playing, but it looked to me like Adjilisi was playing up front for 2 or 3 attacks, and he was going back to defence. Luke O'Nien was dropping back in there, Elise was going back forward, so I think it was just in a desperate attempt to mix it up, put a big man up there. And to be fair, Elise had a couple of chances, to nick one. Trey Hume had a couple of chances and all just before we scored, so the goal was coming. Then, like I say, we'll get the goal 1-0, and it's a massive relief around the stadium. Can we hang on? And we did. We held on comfortably. They started with Andy Carroll. We know what he's all about. But to be fair, I thought Dan Ballard and Danny Bat marshalled them tremendously well today. They were both absolutely solid, and I don't think they had too many chances, if in fact any. Clear cut ones. They might have had a couple of, they had quite a few corners and a few free kicks, but didn't really do much with them, like I say, due to the fact that Dan Ballard and Danny Bat were absolutely solid. Now, even though Trey Hume, did give the ball away quite a bit, I thought he was absolutely tremendous in the air. Some of the headers he won against Andy Carroll and the likes, the way he climbed up above him was absolutely fantastic. So his defensive performance, was very good. But overall, like I say, it wasn't a finished performance. But these are the type of games when it's hard to break teams down. They'll come for a point. These are the type of games that are the hardest to win, and we've kept on going, and we've won the game 1-0. I think it takes us 7th in the league. I think we're a point outside the playoffs. So well done Tony Mowbray, well done the lads. Fantastic result. Let's now take that on to Tuesday against Queen's Park Rangers, who I've just seen today that Chris Martin the sign, and he's actually scored them today. Who he'd been mentioned about possibly he would be a good fit for us, but he's gone there and he's scored in his debut, so it just shows you. So he'll be in their team Tuesday night. But let's keep on improving. Let's keep on working. I'll do a match preview video for the QPR game probably tomorrow or Monday. But if we can keep this run going and keep sneaking results, let's keep up there. The mood around the squad's good. We're winning games. We're getting these results and we're grounding them out. So let's keep going. Man of the match for me, I'd probably say Dan Ballard again. I thought he was absolutely immense today at the back, absolute rock. Alongside Danny Bat, it was close between the two of them, but I just thought, Dan Ballard, he just looks a fantastic player, doesn't he? He just looks absolutely tremendous, and he's destined to play at a much higher level than where he is at the minute. Hopefully it's with us. But Patterson, I'm going to give him 6.5 out of 10. A couple of dodgy kick-outs at times, and sometimes he come for a cross and he didn't look very commanding today. He looked a little bit short of confidence, but kept a clean sheet. Trey Hume, like I've said, first half would give the ball away a little bit, but his defensive performance was really, really good. Ballard Bat, I'm going to give 9 for Ballard, 9 for Ballard, probably 8.5 for Danny Bat. Adji Elise as well, defensively well, looked good. A little bit sloppy at times when he went gone forward, and he had a couple of chances to score as well, so a 7 out of 10 for Adji. In midfield, Dan Neil again. I think he took a knock in the first half. I think Andy Carroll gave him a dig in the ribs when he went for it, and I think it seemed to affect him a little bit. But he kept on going, and he was keep trying to get on the ball, and he was neat and tidy. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Mitchell, I thought was really, really good today. He's getting better with every game he plays. He's getting more confident, and he looked a little bit more physical today in around their midfield. He was getting stuck in, and he was harder to push off the ball, and he was actually picking people out, and he was very neat and tidy. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for Mitchell as well. Jack Clark, I thought was off it today. His first touch, and I'd love to see him come down the outside of it. Time and time again, he cuts inside and he telegraphs what he's going to do. So when he comes down the line, he 9 out of 10 times he gets across and or creates something. So, but I'm going to give him a 5.5 to 6 out of 10 today. Roberts, 7, 8 out of 10. He kept on going. Like I said, it was hard for him to find space for him and Ahmad today, but he kept on going, kept on playing the little 1-2s. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for scoring the match winner. Ahmad, same type of thing, although he wasn't on the top of his game today, it was hard for him to try and find the space, but his first touch was good in and around the box, and he was still trying to make things happen. So a 7 out of 10 for Ahmad. Joe Geltard, again, didn't really get into the game. He works hard, showed a couple of nice touches, but I just think that, I don't know if it's that way you're not playing the type of football that suits his game. It's only his second game as well. He's still kind of get to adjust to the way we play. So hopefully the more games he plays, the more he fits in with our style of play. I think he had one chance where it was played through. I think Pritchard played him through and he took a shot. Probably should have done better. It just went wide of the right hand post. But you know, he's still young. Hopefully, like I say, when he fits in a little bit more, we'll start seeing him improve game on game. Luke O'Neill came on, did very well. I thought, you know, he provided that steel in midfield and the energy, and he was getting stuck in as well. You know, winning headers, typical Luke O'Neill. Pritchard again when he came on did well. Got on the ball, tried to make things happen. Jefferson Bennett looked direct as well when he came on, trying to take people on. Abdullah Bar the same, looks calm and confident on the ball. So I'm going to give all them a 7 out of 10 when they came on. And we saw our first glimpse of Isaac Lahaji. Some nice touches. He looks very, very fast. There was one time when he went down the right hand side, the cross went straight into the keeper's arms. But you know, it was a great effort, you know, to get there in the first place. But you know, for his first, you know, time on the Stadium Light pitch, did very well. So overall, like I've said, fantastic result, fantastic win, takes us to 7th. On to QPR Tuesday. If we can get a win down there, we could possibly end up in the playoffs by the end of the week. So he's hoping. But thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Over the moon. Happy Saturday night. Hope you all enjoy your Saturday night. Any Reading fans watching, hope you have a safe trip home. You know, thanks for being at the stadium. Also, just to note, you know, before the game, we had the minute silence for, you know, the tragic events in Turkey, which was observed, as always, immaculately by the Sunderland fans. Absolutely fantastic. So, you know, well done everybody for that. But as always, thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-da.